It's 8:21 at WFLR, and we have some folks joining us in the studio this morning. And I want to make sure I get the name right because it's kind of long. It is the Upstate Research Rocketry Group. Is that correct?
That is correct.
All right. And joining us in studio this morning, we have Larry Weibert, Jerry Briggs, and Becky Catlin, who is the food vendor from Andy's Barbecue Shack. So welcome, everybody.
Thank you. Thank you very much for having us on.
So tell us a little bit about the Rocketry Group. What do you guys do?
Sure.
Okay. This is Larry Weibert. I'm the present treasurer of the URRG Upstate Research Rocketry Group. We're a 501c3 non-for-profit organization that caters to the rocket hobby and all the educational support that surrounds that. About back in 2004, our present president, Mike Dutch, was looking for a large field that we could fly to new and higher expectations, and he stumbled across Torrey Farms, which is in the Muck and Potter, halfway between Canandaigua and Penn Yan. Mm-hmm. He struck up a conversation with Mark Torrey, and throughout the years, him and, of course, Maureen and Mark Torrey are the owners of Torrey Farms, and Rick Hall, he's the manager of the farm. He's been there for over 40 years. And through that relationship that Mike developed with them, we were given the blessings to utilize their farm to pursue our rocket endeavors. So with that, we're a little bit unique in that east of the Mississippi, we have an 18,000-foot waiver, which is pretty much the highest waiver east of the Mississippi.
Yes, you said 18,000 feet.
18,000, that's 3.5 miles, basically.
It's up there. So we do have a tall standing waiver. So with that, we attract a lot of colleges. Recently, we started a CRP program, College Rocketry Program, and with that, we have colleges such as Toronto, York, University of Buffalo, RIT, Cornell, Syracuse, Boston University. Basically, most of the colleges in the Northeast are attracted to their engineering students with their flights and experiments are attracted to our large waiver in our field. And with that program, we go out of our way to support them even on non-standard date launches. So we'll give them a special launch. And it's a unique harmony because our club consists of a lot of young and a lot of old. And, of course, us older ones, such as myself, we have a lot of practical experience in flying rockets and making sure they go up right and come down right. And, of course, the younger students, especially the engineers from college, they have a lot of knowledge, which some of us are lacking, but they don't have so much life experience. So it's a great culmination between them and us with mentoring each other and making sure that their projects come off great. And we have some really great stories. Last year, the team leader for RIT, he wound up finishing his degree, and now he's a propulsion engineer in the state of Washington. So, and there's many, many other stories like that. And I can't say enough about it. But basically, if it wasn't for the Torreys and Rick Hall, the farm manager there, we wouldn't be able to offer this to what it provides the region.
Okay. So I guess you could say a lot of your rocket experience was trial and error to start out with.
Yes, it is.
There are probably some spectacular errors, perhaps.
Oh, that's correct. And actually, it attracts a lot of people that aren't driven towards things that are easy. There's always something that goes possibly wrong, and that makes you dig in even deeper and try to find out what it was. So it's a neat experience.
So I drive by there all the time because I grew up in Middlesex. So I drive through Potter a lot, and I see the sign up and the next launch date and all that kind of thing. So what happens at one of these events? What goes on during the event? I mean, what you get out there early in the morning, I assume.
Sure. So we do have our monthly launches that we post up on our club website. Our club website is www.urrg.us. Or if you drive by, you'll see the dates on the sign. But we have our large yearly event coming up called EARTH. And it is June 21st to the 23rd, so Friday through Sunday. And you can expect at this event, just like you would at any other weekend launch. However, this is our large event. And how it typically goes is the flight line opens up at 9 o'clock. And from 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock, we have all sorts of flyers from across the U.S., mainly in the Northeast. As Larry mentioned, we are the largest club in the Northeast and east of the Mississippi with that 18,000-foot ceiling. So you'll have flyers approach the field, and they'll have perhaps some kits from a local hobby store, things of that nature on your standard, A, B, and C motors that we're all knowledgeable on. And then you have some more of your advanced flyers that will have high-powered rocket motors that can fly any place from easy 2,000 feet all the way up to 18,000 feet. And it's really a sight to see. You have to see it firsthand. Once you hear one take off or you see it go up, it's just it's amazing, and it's fun for all ages, and it's a really good family event. You get out there, some fresh air. It's fun to assemble the rocket, get it out on the pad, see it go up, and then go find it and bring it back.
Go find it.
Exactly. Rinse and repeat.
So are any of the rockets like instrumented? So you have cameras or anything in them like that?
Great question. Yes. So, just like with any hobby, it all depends on how far you want to take it. And the more high-powered type of rockets, individuals will have GPS tracking devices, because once the rocket hits apogee, when it starts to lose its momentum and starts to come back down, the parachute will deploy. And if you have too large of a parachute, if it opens up too soon, the wind can take it quite far. So the GPS and radio tracking devices make that easier to find your rocket. And then also there's some little devices in there called altimeters that tell the rocket when to deploy its main parachute or its stroke parachute first, and then the main. And that helps you recover the rocket, obviously safely, but also brings it a little bit closer to the launch pad.
And you've got a lot of time and money invested in these things. You want it back.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
I remember I years ago, I never launched it. I'm embarrassed to say, but I built a model rocket from a kit I got at the hobby house in Canandaigua, which was years ago.
Okay.
And it had a little parachute in it, and it had, I don't know how the motors are rated. It had the smallest one, or whatever it was, I'm sure. But I never launched it. But it was so cool just to build it. But that I'm guessing that the $5 I spent on that model is probably a little low these days, and what some people do.
Yeah. So again, it depends on how far you want to take it. The construction materials today are a bit more advanced. You still have your cardboard kits that you can buy at your local hobby stores. You can start off with a $5 or probably more like around a $10 kit to start off with, and then they advance all the way up to carbon fiber. It all depends again on how far you want to take it and how high you want to fly. Some of these rockets that will be flown during our event will hit Mach 2 in speed.
Wow.
It's really impressive.
Wow.
Yeah.
Does it make a little sonic boom and everything?
You can hear it. Not like an airplane, but you can hear it.
Smaller,
yeah.
Yes.
Let's put it this way. You will know when it goes up in the air.
So, Becky, you're the food vendor. How did you get mixed up with these guys?
Jerry contacted us and asked if we'd be interested. This is our first time vending this event. It's a 3-day event. We'll be there all 3 days.
Okay.
We're super excited.
And a little bit closer to the mic, and tell us about Andy's Barbecue Shop. What have you got?
We're the Barbecue Shack Donuts Done Right, and we're actually going to provide our homemade donuts and our hot, fresh ground coffee in the morning. And then we'll have a full barbecue menu in the afternoon. We'll have our barbecue chicken, pulled pork, our famous brisket sandwiches, ribs, you name it. We'll have a selection, and we'll serve that throughout the afternoon on all 3 days. We're really looking forward to it.
And your store is located on East Lake Road in Penn.
Westlake Road.
Westlake Road in Penn, sorry.
Yeah, right off 54A.
Yep. So you can stop in and enjoy your food there as well.
Absolutely.
Glad to have you guys. You're probably glad to have them out there too.
Definitely. And Mike, just to add to that, we will have all sorts of vendors on site. Vendors that sell rocket motors, kits, things of that nature. So anything that you need to either acquire a kit or get the components to put it together, assemble it, looking for knowledge or feedback, we'll have all sorts of vendors there on site. And if you go to our website, you'll see them. They're listed as well. And we're very happy to add Becky and her team as our main food vendor this year. I think it's going to be a fantastic addition. So not only will we be able to go out there and enjoy rockets, but also some fantastic food. All
right. Again, the website is urrg.us.
Yes, and then the main event is urrf.us.
Okay. Now you got, so that's the big event. And what's the day of that coming up again?
June 21st to the 23rd.
Okay.
Starting at 9 a.m.
Right off Route 364 in Potter. Big sign out there. It's hard to miss.
Can't miss it. We do ask, though, if you do come to the event, There is a 5-mile-an-hour speed limit. The farmer does have some animals and so forth around, so we just ask everybody to honor that. And please come out and check it out. I think you'll be impressed.
I'm sure there's nobody there that would want to talk about rockets either.
No, not at all.
Well, thanks for being with us. And now I know what I'm looking at when I drive by all the time, and I'm going to come in and watch a couple of these things. Sounds like a lot of fun.
And please bring your kit.
Okay. All right.
Mike, thank you.
Thank you very much
Thank
for coming
you.
in.